Hello, and welcome back to my channel. This is Northstar. Hope you've been taking care of each other and being kind to yourselves. So I'm back here, HOI4. Some people say I've made some mistakes already. I am very tired. I'm probably not playing great, but I mean, the obvious one was I enlarged this division for some reason. That was stupid. It just adds untrained men, makes it a green division. You don't even get XP training them if I want to do field exercises. Should just cut my losses and well, actually, it doesn't. No, I'm just gonna disband. I'll get plenty of men later for some of these, or well, not plenty of men, plenty of divisions, junior officers. So I'll probably have 2 6 with and just 1 2 with that I'll draw a few more generals from. And then occasionally I'll train a new one if I need more still. But I don't have forever to build my junior officer corps. Now I did I think doing that enlarging and then disbanding just it just reduces army XP from exercises, although that equation changed a few times. I don't remember. Let's get some music for y'all. But yeah, so a couple divisions up here. Not really, hopefully going to see much combat. They just cover this approach. Mainly I'm going to march on Lebanon eventually. I could have just beelined ideology flip very early, did a civil war of Syria right at the beginning, so I could start justifying annexing neighbors, but or puppet them before they lock themselves into liberty ethos. Alternatively, so they get more manpower, be more useful as a puppet. But what I actually need to do, because Syria has formables, it can end up coring Mesopotamia. You can see it highlighted here. All this, you get to control this, and you get to core it. All this, and you get to core this. I don't know if you can do both, or if you have to choose one. But eventually I'm just going to annex Lebanon, not like an occupy it until I can either core it or just, if you're communist and you get very high compliance and liberated workers, you have all the factories, just not as much manpower as if you had puppeted it. But I should wait till they've run their industrial focuses. Because right now it's only got 4 build slots and at least 1 factory. So they probably run at least 1 industrial focus. And honestly, this is kind of silly. If I'm going to wait for them to run their industrial focuses, there's no way they're going to have it done. I don't hear this at all. It's a bit louder. Alright, anyways. So these guys will sit in a port. And I guess protect against surprise naval invasions. Someday I might disband them. Get some guys up to train with just basic infantry equipment, and start up to regular, and then switch into better equipment. But it's not worth it for the very unlikely proposition that that any naval invasion is carried out. I guess really I should just be defending against Syria, though. Is So this is going to get renamed to North Syrian Army Group again. And this to Army of Aleppo. I don't know if I civil warred, if I would have been able to release a Kurdistan puppet, maybe, or a Turkish one from Matei. That's the only thing, is I might have been able to play shenanigans with that stuff. Instead, I've chosen the path of, and I mean, eventually I'll get Turkish puppets more with here, and I guess Kurdistan puppets out of Mosul, maybe. Right. That'll work. And these guys are already fully trained. Fun. Or with E. I'll have to do. I should just be on guard against the Turks. It's a battle plan. It's probably not ideal. Fourth International. A number of communist delegates around the world met in Paris for a founding conference. With support of Trotsky's theories taking the lead, the groundwork for the Fourth International was laid. Although it is still unclear what impact these efforts to organize will have on the international political stage, the news appears to have stirred Stalin's suspicions, blah blah blah. I get actually some communism support, probably because I already have a communist demagogue. So maybe he's a Trotsky, I don't know. So that's beneficial. Although, shoot. I'm gonna go back to that save because I've got bar in here. And that was silly. Sorry. Like bump. Yeah, I know. Outdated equipment, low manpower, scores. What I mean, that was silly. I know we can get a trait. Not likely to forget it. Oh. Why is it selecting this? I didn't mean to do that. That's a rather loud piece of music. So, I have trouble talking and hearing the music at the same time, so give me a sec. Let's create that same thing as before. Boom. Probably actually... organize this just a little differently. I have these guys will actually sit here. These guys in Aleppo, or these guys here, so that it goes left to right in a kind of invert order. Cool. So I can minimize this, not respond, and I'll still automatically get the communism support later. The reason to do that is because the more support you have, the slower you gain it. At least there's certain thresholds. So it's scaled to 50% now, and then it scales to a lower amount. I don't know exactly when it scales to what, but this may, by a given date way in the future, I'll have more support. And also, I lose a little stability, so I gain less political power as soon as I take that increased support. So I should wait on that, basically. Okay. So 2-width infantry here, just coastal guards. And then should be a couple. No, what am I doing? It's gonna be eventually just a 6-width. Why is this? This is still called 2-width. 6-width. Yeah. So it's gonna be a 6-width here, 6-width there. And I guess a 2-width will just be a source of junior officers until I disband it. And those guys I won't bother training up to regular. All right, I can't afford to make these any larger and eat with. Really, can I? No, I can make them 10. And then I'll switch them to better equipment. 10 with infantry. Boom. Start with the guys in Aleppo. And this will be Army of Aleppo. Alright, so anyways, not responding to the event for a little while is beneficial. Like the delay and the increase in communist support. Okay, construction effort 2, done. Infrastructure effort. That'll max out the infrastructure in the capital. And allow me to get construction effort 3. Now, yeah, now I can finally start, though, on... how's the supply doing here? Not amazing, especially as I enlarge and add reserves. I might actually need... might just keep some divisions in Homs or here. They might draw on this port. This won't be done in 1941. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to finish this. And then, where's the other railway to here? Which does allow me to quickly send reinforcements? Not really. Well, yeah. Is there a supply depot in Mosul? I could have it go here, boom, boom, and eventually connect to Mosul. You have to go through 3 provinces, so 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3. So overflow, though, this is still not the way to do this. If there's to be combat there, the railroad could get damaged. There we go. So it should go south of there, whatever. Da, 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 da. Or I could do this and have a way to quickly move troops south. Need be, I guess, but yeah. Maybe I just go here. Or even just here and set up a supply hub in the mountains. It's, I don't know. Might be better just to forget about that for now. I'll figure out railroads later. Just clears the map. But yeah, first connect the port. Small project can be done in reasonable time. Improve machine tools done. Boom. It's a bigger boost to the production of rifles than one of these. Some might say I should do dispersed industry. And if I was going to quickly annex a lot of states, yeah. Question is if I want to do that or if I want to wait, you know, all the, till all the industrial focuses are done. And I'd still want to occupy areas eventually. What and I can't afford to be building anti-air guns. I don't like this. I like to concentrate industry, but the factory bomb vulnerability reduction, which saves on anti-air guns, and the production efficiency, retention, and base, which can help with quickly swapping to something when there's a change in priorities when you have a tiny number of factories that can sometimes be necessary. Alright, by spraying our industries, we can ensure it becomes difficult for the enemy to target in times of war. Yeah. Really don't love it. I like to go tall, and this goes tall, but building anti-air guns with such a weak industrial base is terrible idea. Problem is, factories aren't the most vulnerable thing, though. It's logistics. And this does nothing to protect my logistics. Factory bomb vulnerability. Whereas this does by... Shoot, yeah, I'll just do concentrated industry. Because Turkey isn't likely to do much damage to my factories with bombing, but they are likely to cripple my railroads if they do logistics bombing. Well, destroy all my trains. This will actually give me the capability of producing a decent number of fighters. They'll have to sign a factory to just do nothing but churn out fighters and churn out fighters. It's probably still suboptimal, but this is not going to be like a aiming to end by 1945 thing. This is more like still going at 1956. I probably should have done Road to 56 because Syria starts so tiny, and this is a fragmented world. Sure, the anarchists winning and spreading across the world. It's probably a long time until there's any major empires, maybe. Two of them. Here. Boom, boom. These guys are going to Merge up to make this a 10 width. That should have reduced it from regular to... Probably will in a second. This is also a 10 width. Now these guys need to go here. So 10 widths there. I need to group these guys well. I don't know. Maybe I get some guys here first to defend the river line. It's not so going to be the logistics for... What? I would have sworn I sent them there. Alright, whatever. 6 width. That should be the 6 width infantry, or I just call them first coast garrison. That's what they are, really. 6 width here. Misclicked or something, or accidentally assigned them to that, or maybe they automatically did when I add them to the army. Yeah. What do you bet? Yeah, and it just assigns them to this battlefront. Forget it does that, it randomly assigns. Cool. 10 width, 10 width. Why is it saying 4 infantry? Are you kidding me? I forgot to add a... 10 width isn't 10 at all. Bah! Grr! These are just 8 width that I misnamed. Unbelievable. Well, I tend to make mistakes like that. Well, COVID, trouble focusing and stuff. Really tired. Whatever. These will become 10 width, like the name implies. Two separate fallback lines, so they don't try and move about and lose their entrenchment. Become this so they don't. I'll swap them. Shoot to basic infantry equipment. It's fine. I'm gonna free some up here soon enough. I need is a 2 width that doesn't have anything assigned. Officer source. There we go. This gets nothing. Even disappears some other rifles. There we go. What the heck is... It needs to stop randomly assigning them to new fronts. I hate that. It's one of the most annoying things when you add a unit to an army. It just randomly decides where to put them. But you just leave them unassigned, game, and I'll choose where they go. Promote a junior officer from these guys. We should better to turn these into a 6-with or something when there's more. With, but it's good to have the officer source thing, so I remember to do that. But yeah, the 4th Air National thing automatically selects the way option. So yeah. So I waited as long as possible to get that extra communist support, which now you can see it's scaled to 33%. I don't know where it passed that threshold, but it might have gotten the communist support to turn up more in the long run, and for a little while you got more political power. Alright, I have 5 battalions, 5 battalions, 3 battalions now. Just need some here. And boom. There's no way around. Don't love that song. Oop, wrong general I assigned him to. This takes up a position, if any, here. May eventually purchase in one fallback line, but there's a chance that they move back and forth. It could be a pain. So it's going to get microlines at this. Put the divisions exactly where I want without getting the stupid warning about them not having an order. It's an annoyingly loud song. Rain the monarchists. Pretty sure I won't get another raid in on them. Bloody sandstorm. basic infantry equipment to this parallel. I should. I know about the manpower. Rain on the western edge instead of sand. Okay. Decrease the conscription law. Probably. Civilian economy slows civilian factory construction too. Okay, never mind that. I'm gonna increase the economy mobilization. In the long run, this will give me more equipment. Ah. All right. Forward infantry in the less used coastal area, I suppose. That actually get attacked very low. So actually I'm gonna leave this 4, so eventually become the northern one, I think. Six coast weathers. Actually, because it might need to be arranged into a land-based front in emergency. Make them 6 with. I'll put the extras here, the northern part. Too many people here because things get bad here. I'll pull these guys, but I'm gonna leave the port still defended. Operation Compass. Interesting. Now it's decided it wants to put a bunch of infrastructure in the eastern area? Really? Alright, well anyways. More factories, I guess in Aleppo again. What? Gah! Okay, radio, which will help with deploying reinforcements faster. guess I grab construction too. Pay off someday. Syria is very, very little industry. Because I'm not immediately gobbling up Lebanon. We're letting them get their industry focuses. Yeah, the training infantry receive basic infantry equipment if it's available. Standard, these guys receive the better equipment if it's available. Rename it equipped infantry to make it clear. Officer source guys just when I feel like doing an officer. Spend the command power. And then I'll do that again. This guy, for instance. Got a inflexible strategist, finally, who's also a trickster. Perfect. He'll be in charge of this group. Unless... I mean, defense, but only if they're going to suffer crits when defending, which isn't going to happen, so no. He can grab Unyielding Defender. It'll increase his odds of counterattacking. I think that enables counterattack at a lower skill rank, since these are just level 1. Defensive Doctrine enables Elastic Defense, also lower skill rank, but you need the Army Doctrine for that. Yeah. So this guy will be in charge of this group. And just the media personality trickster. Better tactics versus better entrenchment. To think about that. The other guy can't be reassigned for a while anyways because he's a personnel and he just got unassigned. Remember correctly? Or is it does the cooldown? Yeah, no, it's anytime they're leaving a position. So yeah. I guess this guy, if I quickly decided I need to do a naval invasion, he's the right man for the job, but he's also old guard, so you can dig in more deeply. They both wear the same red fez or whatever, but at least they have different faces. Call this the first ROTC battalion. That's kind of what it is. They're, or Not reserve. They're a reserve. Combat reserve. Works. It encapsulates what they're actually there. Why they're... I definitely need doctrines. I mean, this will eventually get me more commanders, but... the problem is this disappears once you flip ideology. Leaf of command, I'm not going to be democratic much longer. Yeah, alright, I'll do quick improvisation unless... it'll also help with my navy, but it'll help recruit more generals. So yeah, I'll stick with quick prov. When I get 35 command power, I can try and recruit another. General. Eventually I get lots of ones with brilliant strategists or flexible strategist. Oh yeah, these guys, mountaineers, are done training, so... Reserve mountaineers. I don't currently need them. Decommission them. Goal for these guys is to, you know, be fully equipped. So, yeah, with the newest stuff. They're not doing any more training. Over time, they'll get rid of the basic infantry equipment and replace it with infantry equipment 1. Which will enable more basic stuff for other people to train with. Or with. These guys are training until they reach regular. Oop. Typo. Or 6. Already the supplies are getting strained there. Which that'll probably also be 6. Since it's really not hard for the Turks to come around and attack here. They'll overland. But by expanding this little sword, they'll be able to heat palm test, so it's slightly less effective once they're both regular. Actually, I'll train up for that. On that, though, I'll expand this first because I'll definitely need 8 and 6. Eventually, I need a reserve unit, which is what. Let's go on here. Very little spare manpower. Oh, we can do some anti-fascist raids. Huh. So they just think they have enough numbers now. Royalists are too small, but yeah, let's do it. Stability. Wait, what? Norwegian People's Republic declared war on Iceland? Why? The Northern International? What? And Brazil, isn't it? All these communist nations have formed a faction. That's unexpected. How do I see factions again? Boom. All the red. The commentary exists, it's tiny, but there's a faction that includes China. Is that Belarus? Looks like it's Belarus. They went communist. Huh. It's gonna be bigger in the commentary. The Democratic Republic of Cabo Verde joins the Northern National. Today, the Norwegian People's Republic and the Democratic Republic of Cabo Verde issued a joint statement that the latter has been formally granted member status of the Northern International. Whether this partnership be used for offensive or defensive purposes, Belarusian Socialist Republic joins, Communist China, Brazil. Where's Verde, whatever? Where are they? Capo Verde? Should be... one of these. We're not getting Bissau, which went communist, surprisingly. I don't know where they are. It's some African country. Oh, it's this little. These are Canary Islands. Cape Verde. Okay. The Cape Verde Plain. They actually do an ideology flip, or were they communists since the start of the game? I have no idea. Regional Defense Council of Aragon was annexed. Okay, so the anarchists lost. Carlists are still holding on. And the Republican Spanish are winning, and they're going to flip communist. Fun. Now you can see the airbase here. East of Damascus. It's out in the desert where there's space for it or something. Idea? Sure, in the real world. This is the outskirts of the city, and probably the cities expand beyond it by this point. Because, you know, airports are economic hubs. Assuming that military airbase was converted for civilian use later. As often happened after World War II. Huh. Jafar ibn Jafar. Okay, that's not a real name. Commando and cautious. Camouflage expert may actually be useful if the Turks have air superiority. Reduces anyone's air superiority bonus, mine or theirs. I think. Maybe it's all theirs, I don't know. Pretty sure it just reduces the effective air superiority and cautious. Less chance of getting wounded. If he's on the defensive, it's actually a good trait. So. Camouflage, well. Still take unyielding defender over that most days, probably. Norwegian People's Republic declared war on Sweden. The end of the League of Nations. With the declaration of war on Sweden by the Norwegian People's Republic, the League of Nations has failed in its attempts to preserve peace. Olav Skellefteå openly mocked the League's inability to do anything, and with that took his country out of the League, with other world leaders also pushing the point of the League of Nations. If it can't prevent conflicts, the days of the League are de facto over. While the Council continues to meet, no one expects it to actually accomplish anything anymore. Whatever authority the Council once had, it's all lost now. Not totally unexpected. Why did Sweden get involved in this war? Well, I see that wars are spiraling out of control. They're going to risk strikes or riots during this war, but privately managed vacations. Okay, they're going their right-wing path. Maybe even fascist or monarchist. But why is Sweden involved in this conflict? I'm not sure of any focus that would have pulled them in. Maybe the AI is more willing to just justify stuff in a fragmented world. Let's declare. I don't know. Let's see. I'll search their focus tree. And there's going to be a million references to Sweden as the problem. Reawaken the permanent revolution. Trotsky taught us that the revolution will not stop. Indeed, the revolution cannot stop in the proletariats and drive seat of history. Let us lift the proletariat of Scandinavia and beyond. Oh, so creating their faction also gave them war goals. This must be like the Norwegian, of course, because Trotsky actually fled to Norway for a while. This is a Trotsky communist path. Prosecute the NKP. Okay, and you don't see the other one, but this is, they must have had mutually exclusive. Because this, but is aligned with our... They're going left opposition. Soviets are going Trotskyite, and they're actually friendly with the Northern International as a result, or somewhat. They're going their left opposition path. They'll end up in the Civil War, and over time they'll spread the revolution aggressively throughout Europe. Interesting. What part Sweden will have all this? Did I say Sweden? Syria. Skilled in amphibious operations, air assaults. In cold weather conditions, the commander was a man of many talents. I don't see anything that has to do with amphibious since the invader trait. I think this is outdated description. Whatever. So I've got prioritizing quick thinking, inventive leadership. My generals. Cool. So 4 battalions here, 5 here, 5 here. This would probably be just 3. There are supply limits, unfortunately, right here. But I will be adding on top of battalions, support companies, support artillery, probably support anti-air since I can't possibly maintain an air superiority against the Turks. Compared to me, they're an industrial behemoth. Maybe I'll do anti-royalist raids again. Well, not again, but very soon. Cool. Instruction number 2. That 3 factories on. Starting to get a semi-decent little snowball there. I'll need civilian factories to import resources eventually. Sorry about the mic bump there. And I definitely need a research slot. So Aleppo and Eastern Syria both get infrastructure. They'll both be at level 3 infrastructure. I start on this knowing I would have the infrastructure relatively soon. And that way military factories up on the front lines. No war with Turkey anyways. The time war breaks out, civilian factories have done their thing or not, and it's time to focus on military more usually. We need enough civilian to buy resources. Buy guns, but it's not very cost effective compared to just making them. Alright. What? Maybe I keep a couple 4 with over here. Infantry are some of the lightest on supply, and supply is very bad out that way. But a little better with infrastructure. The larger one is going to be large enough that I can add some artillery without it ruining the organization level, like probably a full artillery battalion. I also need a... I mean, I might also do a full anti-air battalion, because I think this is before they nerfed anti-air. What? Oh, what the heck? No. Go back there. Why were you... When it Okay. Didn't realize I'd done that. Right now there's supply from state, but I'll lose some of that when I lose victory points and lose territory. I'll still be adding more men here, so it's not usually worth going much beyond the supply caps with the defenders. These guys will probably each get support artillery with this support in a full artillery battalion, likely. Read the political distance. Royalist, that is. Do you like this song? Vitae, egalite, fraternite. This guy looks kind of epic. Be an interesting looking general. Different portraits than the rest. White bearded. Anyways, 40 command power for that. Wad bin Salim, reckless career officer. Should be promote, whatever. Reckless. Plans faster. So that wasn't the portrait he had when he was. Instead, it pulled the portrait of this guy, but it was a guy who was facing left and he had a white beard. Or was it okay? No. It definitely changed the portrait when I recruit him. Wish there was a way to fire generals. You don't like this stuff, the stats of. Never. Alright. Soviet Union declared war on the RSF. Whatever. Union of Soviet Republics Europe and Asia, with Trotsky at the lead. Trotskyites are back. The Soviet Civil War. Civil War has once more erupted in Russia. With the memories of the last Civil War still fresh in everyone's mind, is a bit a surprise they would come to this. After years of political fighting between the Stalinist and Trotskyist factions, the Soviet government is finally split, and the two groups now battle in the streets for control of the country. Lev Trotsky has declared himself the leader of what he calls the Union of Soviet Republics of Europe and Asia, and leads the war against Joseph Stalin from his base in Archangel. Which is a sizable little industrial city in northern Russia. If they'll go into... Do they actually have cores and these things are released, or no? They lose it with the fragmented world. So if the best they can do with that is puppet it, they have plenty of space for industry, so they really just need the manpower. Or, I don't know. probably ignore it. Anyways. Turkey is still not demanded control of Hatay yet. Huh. They're going either fascist or communist. Don't know which yet. Oh, this is already an 8 with. Misnamed. Oh well. Third 10 with infantry. Maybe I'll turn one of these into a 6 with. More than one. Supply situation's not quite as dire as it may out to be. I want to switch offensive leadership for meticulous preparation after I have a couple more generals. It's too bad I didn't get any brilliant strategists, but at least I got one inflexible strategist. I had more army XP. I could have gone for theater training, got more into the flexible guys. There's a couple 6 widths here, probably a 10 width, and I don't know, a 6 width here. How many people defend the river? Or maybe I focus on defending a weapon that's a lot more valuable. What ideology? Political power. And then I need start prepare for war, maybe? I don't know. So Lebanon's doing their industrial focuses. They will annex them eventually. Trade industry 2. I mean, concentrate industry 1. Let's grab concentrate industry 2 now. Yeah, we're going to sell the convoys. Put some more convoys up for sale. British Malaya. British Malaya. So they'd be fairly easy to flip comments. Let's grab a research slot. Finally. Train a few more infantry. Open up political discourse. Not yet. Vietnam wants convoys? Sure. All right. Cool. A second division in Aleppo, a little smaller than this one. For time that large. What a match. Many of these tried to get divisions are large enough that I can add a lot of artillery and support to them. which is more manpower efficient. You're running out of manpower. Have to implement conscription, and just limited conscription would be useful. Extensive after the ideology flip. Call for international revolutionary brigades. Lev Trotsky has made a call for volunteers to struggle against Stalin. The call has been answered by various groups. International brigades are forming. Okay, well that cost me a little manpower. Gets transferred over to the Soviets. And they're attacking Denmark now. Norwegian Protective Denmark. Norway have signed a white peace. Iceland, Sweden. They all just signed pieces? Okay. For some reason they pieced out of it almost immediately. And yet it still shows they're at war. I don't know. Yep, Sweden's definitely trying to go monarchist. This guy trying to eradicate socialism, both democratic and communist ideologies he's trying to eradicate. And they're antagonisting the Soviets, Finland. Probably a bad idea, although they don't have a land border thanks to Karelia. Actually not being controlled by Finland here. Yeah, time to recruit another general. Maybe the problem was I had two divisions selected before. Ah! Another inflexible strategist, Trickster. Excellent. Logistics is critical, especially as I start adding more artillery, which is harder on the logistics. Probably some territory out here, which provides some. Alright, so I have a backup, but this guy doesn't roll well when he levels up. Not the other one. Not sure I want to pull the old guards off the coast, though. Actually provide bonuses to both attack and defense. Or field marshal position. Anyways, definitely swap to the communist thing that gets manpower once I make that ideology flip. The referendum, swap ideology. Give me access to new markets, among many other things. Probably actually go 4 with and a 6 with here back to the 10. I doubt the 4 with will take any critical hits when dug in a city. But out in the desert, no such advantage, so 6 with. probably add some land forts on top of everything else eventually. But not for a very long time. It'll only be a couple levels because forts are very expensive. Black Sea. Interesting. You know, what's Bulgaria doing? Something. Romania is doing their thing. There is no Yugoslavia. It's a bunch of spit. Berthy is going down a line, looks like. It's Austria. Habsburgs. And Czechoslovakia is going communist. Military youth of... Interesting. Poland's quite unstable. Just to see where they land. It's getting to the point where I can tell Turkey no. They try and demand it, hey. Not there yet, though. Yeah, I should create a 10-width infantry that's not... These guys actually get equipment. So free up. Oh. So I have plenty of basic infantry equipment, just not the men to use it all. Maybe I can train some coastal garrisons that are actually regulars. That might be smart. Eventually, I'll have to expand the conscription. Maybe I'll just sell the rifles. These are war with infantry. Oops. This will be the start of 6 with. Eventually. Cool. Construction. Boom. Research slots. 2 of them on the same day, interestingly. I can grab improved radios now. Improvements in signal strength will add radios to be broadcast further than before. Yep. And, good for tanks. Should probably finish improving my infantry equipment. Very soon, some automatic rifles, and let's get me towards me a machine gun production. Breakthrough is nice, except I'll mostly be defending. Maybe drum pattern sites then. Yeah, I think a lot of materials. Alright, army effort. Need grand battle plan so I can dig in trench warfare. Discover trench warfare, I guess. And eventually I'll probably start on weapons too, maybe a little ahead of time. Alright, well, that's probably enough of this for this moment. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Take care of each other. Be kind to yourselves. May you always find a guiding star to lead home. Until next time, it's Northstar, I do. And best luck to you all.